Hi, good morning. I'm Vito Fossella here in the heart of Great Kills. When somebody buys a home, especially if it's the first home, there's a lot involved. People get frustrated, they're excited, and sometimes it takes days, months, even years. But it's a big, big decision. And you're not just buying a home, you're buying in a community, you're buying in a neighborhood. And it tends to be one of the most exciting days of somebody's life, especially, as I mentioned, when it's a first home, because you're buying a community. You're buying into a community. And for full disclosure, I'm a Great Kills resident, proud of it. Our children went to school just a few blocks from here, and we love the area. And I'm not a big fan of the expression, we told you so, but we're seeing today the results of we told you so with respect to the city of Yes. We fought as much as we could on behalf of the people of Staten Island, on behalf of the people of this community, to prevent what's about to happen here and elsewhere across the South Shore and other parts of Staten Island. We said then, and we are finding out now, what's going to happen is that one home could be knocked down, one single-family home. Maybe you have a couple of cars, 2 or 3 cars, whatever the case may be. And the plans for the house behind me has nothing to do with the homeowner. I'm not taking issue. It's with the city that did this to us. The city of New York did this to us. And now the plan is to replace this one home with 5 two-family houses. So one family leaves and 10 families come in. 10 families, let's suppose each have 2 cars. That's 20 cars. The city of Yes also precluded a lot of on-site parking, whoop-de-doo. So if you parlay that with the stupid idea of universal daylighting that prevents parking on the corner, we're looking at a disaster in the making. And these homeowners, concerned homeowners, have every right to be upset what the city's done. And what we're trying to do here today is call the city to say we don't want this. Start looking at neighborhoods in a contextual way, block by block, home by home, and say what's right, and we're going to preserve the character and integrity of these neighborhoods because that's what people bought into. And some folks in whatever parts of the city say, we know what's best for the people in Great Kills, we know what's best for the people of Staten Island. They're wrong. And they're hurting people. They're forcing more people to want to leave, diminishing home values. So to go full circle, we think what's happening is wrong. We're not surprised. We will do everything we can to see if we can stop these types of things. Because again, once something is as of right, it becomes difficult to do. That's the law. But in South Richmond, we have to understand there are special provisions. Since 1974, the South Richmond Special District wanted to embrace a certain way or quality of life, a certain way of building, bulk, density, size of lots, size of side yards, rear yards, trees. And we don't see how this is in that spirit. We don't know who it is that made the decision to basically undermine South Richmond, that has been the law for 51 years, to allow these types of things from happening. We're not blaming any property owner, we're not blaming any homeowner. Capitalism is capitalism. But we blame the folks who made this law to allow this to happen. And as one example of a homeowner who's concerned about what's happening is Lynn Minucci, right? Minucci, I'm sorry. Lynn, sorry.
Yes, good morning, everyone. So I'm a native Staten Islander. I was born here, and I lived on Cloverdale Avenue all my life. I went to PS 8 up the street here, and I actually still live on Cloverdale. I bought a family home. And I'm just so appalled as to what's going on with the City of Yes law, because it's allowing these builders to come in and knock down beautiful homes that are in our neighborhood. And we are now going to get a row house put here. It just doesn't fit into our neighborhood. It's not that we don't want building to happen. It's okay to happen. That's great for our neighborhood. But a 2-family row house right here on the corner, it's going to affect our parking, our drainage system. Great Kills, we have a lot of water in Great Kills here, so we have a lot of problems with the drainage system, and it just impacts everything. Our school, schools are going to become overcrowded. So we're all gathering together. I mean, this is the only thing we know what to do, and we're hoping that this can really help. Everyone has to get together and say a voice and stick together and try to stop these builders who are coming in and destroying our neighborhoods. This is a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood, and I hate to see it get ruined. I'm very upset.
Is this a done deal already for this house? And we're gathering for other properties, or is there a chance that this doesn't go
We don't know him. So as far as we know, Lynn, you want to say something else?
No.
Okay, thank you very much, Lynn. As far as we know, there's been a demolition permit that's been approved. We don't know if there actually been plans filed as it relates to it, but the indications are that it will be 5 two-family detached homes.
Detached or attached?
I don't think you could get to.
What's that?
How can that be?
A row house, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the final plan, but I heard 5, okay. So they're 5, for the record, 5, we believe 5 two-family attached homes. Okay. What's happened here, folks, in the big picture is a few years ago, even just last year, there were certain conditions, revisions, provisions, rules that people had to comply with when they were building a home or doing a knockdown, whatever the case might be. The city of Yes changed all that. The city of Yes just changed the rules, and they moved the speed limit, whatever you want, whatever simple analogy you want to use, they changed the rules to allow these types of things to happen, which is why we fought so hard, which is why the city screwed us. The city screwed Staten Island by giving us the city of Yes. When people want to know why people start talking about secession, it's for things like this. Things like this where we almost feel we have no voice. We're not being heard. We want to maintain this. Just about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, those of us who live in the zip code 10308, it was one of the most searched zip codes in the country for a place desirable to live in. Why? Because of this. Because, as Lynn said, the schools, the quality of life is good. We believe in safe streets. We believe in safe neighborhoods. But along come some folks who say, nah, we don't believe you. It's not what we think you should be living under. So we have to band together. I never make false promises. I can't do it. But we're going to do what we can to see if we can stop things like this from happening. And most importantly, the city owes it to us to come and see the damage that they're doing house by house, block by block, to say, no, let's put the brakes on these types of things. Is there anybody else who has something to say? Anybody? Right? Yeah, please.
I'm also a pre-bridge native. Before the bridge was built, there aren't many of us left. I live over here, came to Great Kills because of the area. We're under attack. A couple years ago when there was a rezoning effort down at Mount Loretto, I was the only Staten Islander to appear. Obviously things have changed because we're seeing the action of it. Then I said it, this is the Alamo. South Richmond is the Alamo, and the city knows it. The liberals in City Hall know it, and we're under attack, and this is the proof of it. So that's why I came out this morning. That's why I'm glad Vito showed up here also.
Thank you very much. And for full disclosure, my family's been here since the 1850s on Staten Island, and we have some friend of mine for 40 plus years, almost 50 years in, right? We had a lot of great memories here in Great Kills playing basketball at PS8, and we want to give the next generation and our grandchildren that as well. And ironically, it was in the mid-90s, some of you all may remember, when they were doing a lot of this, tear downs, putting up townhouses, and we led one of the largest rezoning efforts in the history of Staten Island, if not the largest, in the mid-90s to the late 90s to prevent it. By that rezoning, almost not just a block by block, but the entire South Shore is rezoned to prevent an estimated 75,000 townhouses that could or would have been built. And now zoning, which is intended to preserve property rights and protect our houses, protect our neighborhoods, zoning is being used to destroy that. And it's wrong. So if we could just band together, figure out if anybody has any constructive suggestions, solutions of what we should be doing, we're all ears. But once again, the city of New York owes it to these people here in Great Kills and across the South Shore and Staten Island to step up and know what they did was wrong. What they did was wrong and they need to fix it. And we're calling upon the city to do so. Thank you.